Have you ever thought about this? Was there always something called HR? Did companies always have departments managing people, culture, hiring, performance? Or is this something that evolved over time? Because if you go back just 100 years, companies didn't have HR departments. They had workers. And those workers were treated more like machines than humans. In the early days of industrialization, especially during the late 1800s and early 1900s, the focus was simple: maximum output, minimum cost. Workers were expected to follow orders, work long hours, and repeat tasks without question. There was no concept of motivation, no focus on well-being, no structured hiring systems. But then thinkers like Frederick Winslow Taylor introduced the idea that work could be optimized by studying how people perform tasks. His approach, known as scientific management, was one of the first steps toward managing workers more systematically. But even then, people were still seen as tools for productivity. Everything started to shift when researchers like Elton Mayo conducted experiments that changed how we see work forever. The Hawthorne studies revealed something unexpected. Workers didn't just perform better because of physical conditions or pay. They performed better when they felt noticed, valued, and part of a group. This was a turning point. For the first time, companies began to realize that emotions, relationships, and workplace environment actually affect productivity. This gave rise to what was known as personnel management. Now companies started focusing on basic employee needs: hiring, record-keeping, wages, and compliance. But let's be clear, this was still administrative. It was about managing paperwork, not unlocking human potential. Employees were still seen as resources, just slightly better managed ones. Then came the real transformation. As businesses became more competitive and complex, companies realized something critical. People are not just a cost, they are an advantage. This is where human resource management evolved into strategic HR. Now, HR wasn't just handling hiring or salaries, it became part of decision-making. It started shaping company culture, leadership pipelines, performance systems, and long-term growth strategies. Companies like Google and Microsoft didn't just grow because of technology. They grew because they built systems where people could perform at their best. Today, HR sits at the core of every successful organization. It connects people with business goals. It decides how talent is attracted, developed, and retained. And now, with the rise of AI and data, HR is evolving once again, moving from intuition-based decisions to data-driven strategies where companies can predict performance, behavior, and even future workforce needs. At the Learning Studio, we're breaking down 100 subjects into simple, powerful video series so you can learn smarter and understand how the world actually works.